Alrighty then, hold on to your gadgets. After today's tech update, we've got a call from my weekend show, The Kim Commando Show, that's just too good to skip. This past week, onstage entertainers scored a major victory. A big fear for entertainers of all kinds is that an unscrupulous producer will recreate them in AI without their permission, and most importantly, without paying them. I'm Kim Commando, brought to you by NetSuite. Gain control over your finances. Get a one-of-a-kind flexible financing program at netsuite.com/Kim. Comedian George Carlin has been dead for 16 years, but 2 months ago, a comedy podcast called Dudesy used AI to create an hour-long special called George Carlin, I'm Glad I'm Dead. By the way, if Carlin was alive, that's the kind of name he would have chosen. Of course he's not, but his estate is. And it sued the podcast and everyone connected with it to stop the show, ensure that no more are created, and that all recordings of this podcast are destroyed. Dudesy now claims it didn't use AI, but rather a George Carlin imitator. Doesn't matter, you can't do that. Ruling stands. Entertainers win. This one, but there will be more. Join 500,000 folks who get tech smart with my free newsletter at getkim.com. Now, check out this amazing call from the show. It's a real gem. Liz in beautiful Colorado Springs, Colorado. Hi there, Liz.
Hi, Kim. How are you today?
I'm good. Welcome. What's going on?
So I have a very favorite, beloved, almost 89-year-old aunt who lives in Maine, rural Maine, by herself. She's got an artist studio that's pretty much a metal building and then an apartment on the backside. Her internet is fine in the metal building, but once she comes into her apartment, there's no internet. No internet, no Wi-Fi. Okay. I mean, I was just there last week and my phone doesn't work. The problem is she needs one of those help I've fallen and can't get up things, and I've gone through 2 different companies, I think. I've tried different cell phones. I need some way to keep her safe and secure because she's really not feeling secure.
Okay, so you're like, oh, please help me. Number one, you're a great niece to do all that. Okay, so explain to me. So when you go into her back apartment, even with your phone, you don't have a signal?
Right.
Okay.
And it's so funny because I'll cross in. I got to cross 2 metal doors, and perfect Wi-Fi.
Okay. Well, it's kind of like being in a Faraday cage, right? I mean, so it's going to block any signal that can come in there. There's really no magical best solution, especially if we're saying, we have an 89-year-old woman who might fall, right? And we want to make sure that she's going to be okay. There's no magical real booster that I would trust herself to. It's a situation where you really can't be anything like a hard line, especially if you can't get your phone in there. I mean, there are always all these devices like you've heard about boosters and extenders, and I mean, and you can certainly try. Just make sure that it has a money back guarantee in case it doesn't work. Sure. You could try to put it on the edge, say the middle of. If you were to draw a line from where the router is to where the door to her apartment is in the back, you can try to put it like in the middle and see if that works. But my concern is that metal again, because it's not going to be able to go through the metal. Or let me backtrack. The house that I bought in California as a vacation home, it's a modern house, and guess what it's made of? Metal, okay, metal and glass, okay, and so and that's the analogy that I used when we moved in here. It's like a Faraday cage. I mean, because you can go outside, you got a great signal. You can go in certain parts of the house, but then you go beyond, and the thing it just drops dead. And so that's where that's where you really need to have somebody come in. It's not hard. I mean, it probably costs maybe $100 for somebody to actually drop a good line in there, so that this way you could get her. Some type of medical alert system, or you can put in some type of camera, and then yourself that it's going to work. There's, you can go ahead and you can try to believe all these claims about, when you start looking at extenders and boosters online, but the reality is that metal and wireless signals, and especially because you don't have a cell phone signal back there, your only choice at this point is to really just drop a line, especially because we're talking about your beloved aunt's safety. And I wouldn't want to trust that to some extender that, I don't know, may or may not work depending upon how the wind blows. Liz, thank you so much for your call. I appreciate you getting through. You are the best for tuning in. Now, if you're curious about something, pop over to commando.com and click Email Kim. I read every single email like it's a secret code to unlock some hidden tech treasure. And you can catch the tech wave. How? Just get my free daily newsletter. Head over to getkim.com. Once again, that's getkim.com.